What's good, family? This is Drew from Up Top, and this is a quick video of how we caught the tippy top of Qs today. We took QQQ puts off of 430 to 431 rejects, and this is a quick video of how we got that level and our entries and our exits and why we took this trade, right? So let's get right into it. Boom. So as y'all know, I am a trend trader, right? Meaning I like to take trend breaks and ride trend bounces and things of that nature, right? So what is the trend? A trend is when the stock is either making higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows, right? So here we had a previous uptrend, right, on QQQ, right? So I always say the bigger the time frame, the bigger the trend, the bigger the breakout, the bigger the breakdown. So this is a huge hourly trend, right? So meaning that if this trend breaks, right, there's a high probability chance that there will be a reversal. So that means once the trend is broken, right, the trend is your friend until it's broken. And once the trend is broken, then you have a reversal, a strong reversal potential, right? So yes, so we had the CPI data this morning before open, which is a huge factor in the market, right? So whenever that comes out, it's usually the market reaction in a very positive or very negative way. Today, CPI came back higher than expected because it has been lowering the last few months. But today it came back higher than expected. It was supposed to come back at 0.3% and it came back at 0.4%, right? So inflation is rising for the last month, right? So in prep for that, in prep for the CPI data, we actually got a trend break here on Qs yesterday, right? But we did not take this because we didn't want to swing anything into the CPI data because anything happens, no one knows, what the data is going to come back as or anything like that. So what happened was we got a trend break, right? So because we got this trend break, we knew we would have a bearish sentiment this morning if the CPI will come back negative, or if it came back higher, which is negative, a negative reaction on the market, right? So once we broke trend, right, all we got to do is look for previous levels of support and previous levels of resistance, right? So we can see right here, if we drop a ray right here at 430, right, we can see that this 430 to 431 level it was a key resistance from back before in January. If we look left, right, we can see we got a reject here, reject, and then we got a breakout, retest, and then it went from here, right? So we had a pretty good idea that because we opened up below this level, right? So we had a pretty good idea that if we could pop back up into this area, 430 to 431, that we could get some rejects, right? So let's go ahead and draw our zone out right here. 430 to 431, boom, right? So, all right, so this is the hourly, right? So let's go down to the 5-minute time frame and we can see where we actually entered at, right? So this is the same box, right? 430 to 431. So we actually got in this trade right here at 430. We got into puts right here. And then we popped up a bit, right? But our stop loss was, above this previous resistance level, right? Or supply level on QQQ, right? So we added more contracts here. And then we got, we got caught in some chop right here. And then we had a nice sell off right here, right? So we caught the literal top of this move today, right? And it was just a simple break retest, right? So we go back to the hourly, we can see that this level that we were watching here is key previous resistance, right? Key previous resistance, and we broke out from here, and now we have returned here. And we see all the bearish momentum here, right? So we know once we could pop back up that there was a high probability chance that we would reject this level because this is what we did plenty of times before, right? So this is a very textbook trade. These contracts ended up running for like 200%. We took the 429 puts, right? We took the 429 puts over here, and then we got to a low of 425, right? So that was a very, very, very nice play. Low risk, high reward because we took it at the top, right? We like to take puts at the top when we have a bearish sentiment, right? So this was a nice trade. And then the way we know we could have stayed in this trade is just riding the 8 EMA, right? Which is this blue line. You can see whenever a stock is trending, it likes to ride the 8 EMA, right? So we would have used this 8 EMA as a way to get out, right? So we would use AEMA, a close above the AEMA, right? So, but depending on how price action is moving, because you see, you could have got stopped out here, or you would have got stopped out here, right? But we were in an aggressive down move, and QQQ did open up 1%, down 1%, right? Along with the Dow was down like 300 points. So we've had a pretty good idea that we was going to get some downside continuation. But after gapping down as much as we did, there's always going to be a retest, right? So that's what we took today. That is how you take a break retest off of a key level. Appreciate y'all for your time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join our Discord up top.